Oh, what's happening?
Aha! Well, that was the best intro ever, wasn't it?
Oh, well, yeah.
Longer than the Love Boats, which was hit the record for the longest theme song ever aired on TV. I think we beat the record. We should get it there.
I think you're old enough to remember that.
We used to watch it every week. Welcome, everybody, to Subpellucid, the show where anything can and usually does happen, to quote my good friend Christine Glickman right there. So today we... you guys couldn't see that, but something really funny happened behind the scenes. We'll show it in the outtakes so later on. This is the kind of stuff that only happened here. I see that we have about 120,000 viewers here with us today. So glad to have you. Comments are going through the roof. Yeah. Give us those comments. Show us the love. You're not gonna regret it later. We will figure out why that's good for you. Let us think about that. Okay. Today, first of all, let me introduce our very special, over on the side, very very special Central African Chad Illa-Petersen with us today.
Is that a play on the fact that my there's a country named after me? Or I'm named after the country? I don't know which one it is.
It's only since you discovered it.
I did.
Yeah, when you were what grade were you in when you discovered that country?
I can only imagine the comments are like, hurry up and bring on the guest.
Bring up the guest. How about we do that? Ladies and gentlemen,
well, I'll tell you what, before we do that,
before
we do that, you probably want to mention this.
Yeah. Okay, so for those of you who have never been on the show before, right, probably out of the 120,000 viewers we've got here today, some of you have never seen the show before. So you are, in fact, interacting with us today. You are our jury members. And Chad, with his amazing skills here, yeah, thank you, Chad. Yeah, just move that. There we go. Good. Thank you very much. If jury members, please ask questions. You will be deciding the fate of our guest today. You'll be required to ask the questions you need to decide that fate. So, without further ado, I think we have the coolest guest ever to air. The one and only Kelly Noble Mirabella.
She's smaller than I thought she'd be.
Hi, everyone. I feel so short.
That's what I thought. This show couldn't get worse.
Oh, it could definitely get worse. Just wait. We just got started. It's going to get really bad.
Oh my goodness! Is that a bobblehead?
I don't bobble very well.
I don't bobble very well. That should be on a T-shirt.
Oh, I bobbled myself into full size.
Wow. The special effects on this show are legendary.
Yeah, I think.
I don't have my tiara on though. That would have been a lot more convincing.
We're actually gonna ask you a little bit about that. In fact, you know what? Before we get too much into it, we probably should just go ahead and move into that little segment. Know you, getting to know all about you. By the way, this is our loophole around Facebook's music.
I have to ask though, before you ask me questions, I'm gonna turn this around in true Queenie style, and I want to ask: did you sing that live, or was that a pre-recorded getting to know you?
Oh no, it's pre-recorded now. Yes, okay. Yeah, I guess I could do it live.
You can buy the CD.
Is it for rent?
Yeah, instead of Netflix, you can trade it in. They'll mail it to you, and then send it back when you're done.
Can I stream that? Nice.
Oh my goodness. So this is a little segment we start off with. It's just a chance for us to kind of get to know you and for other people to get to know you, because we all know, what you do professionally.
I mean, maybe.
But this lets us dig into a little bit more of the fun stuff.
Right.
I'm an open book.
We are, yes. So the whole goal of this is to actually not be the regular talking head show. So we want to ask you questions that nobody else dares ask. And I think we're going to start with, what the heck is a queenie?
A queenie are like feminist Care Bears. And yeah, we are all about empowering each other and the Care Bear stare.
And
I consider myself the sleepy bear.
Okay.
Unless there's coffee, then you can call me Coffee Bear. I don't know what the energetic bear would be. I might be one of those. But basically, there's like love-a-lots, and we hug, and we basically get together and talk about how much we love each other.
And is there an official, like, Queenie Care Bear stare?
I'm sure there is, but I'm pretty sure I was drunk when it happened.
Just for the record, the purpose of this show, folks, is not for our guests to generate leads.
Leads? I hope no one that wants to hire me is watching this.
Don't worry. Absolutely no one is watching this.
Yeah, there's like 2 people watching. Hi, Mom. No.
So we all know you kind of, or at least most know that you're, the messenger bot queen, or whatever you want to be called there. But we want to know a little bit about, what was life pre-bot for you?
That was only like 4 or 5 years ago. So pre-bot, I was probably addicted to something else. Let's call it Facebook Live at the time, or Facebook, or social media in general. I've been doing this a while. So, I have already come to terms with my addiction to social media. Yep. And life was okay, but it's certainly more fun now that I'm stuck at home with children. I have to rethink that one. It might have been more fun back then. It's not the bot's problem. It's the pandemic's problem. It's 2020.
It's 2020.
Hindsight being 2020.
Now being stuck home with the kids. Here's a question: how would you rate your homeschool teaching skills?
I am a badass teacher. Okay, seriously. I teach classes and my kids learn, and then I set them out into the world to explore those things, and I go and work. Everyone gets an A.
Everyone gets an A.
Tell you, for anyone watching who is like doing that whole like distance learning BS, I call it BS because I did that like in May and June, and I was all, nope. No. I became an entrepreneur because I don't like having a boss or someone to tell me what to do. And I certainly don't like a teacher telling me where I have to be and stuff. So I unenrolled my child and I put them into Kelly School, aka homeschool, which is a private homeschool. It's like a legit homeschool. We're not distance learning. And I actually am educating my children. But no, honestly, it's been massively better than my experience with virtual teaching. And that's really no one's fault because it's 2020. Teachers do their best and parents do their best, but I'm not playing that game. I like to take control of the situation, if you haven't noticed. Works for me.
Yes. I've gotten that vibe many times.
Yeah.
Not just in this show.
Yeah, and I think we've seen that with previous guests on this show too, which brings me back to fond memories of last episode. And for those who haven't watched it, or those who have watched it, think puzzle pieces. For those who haven't watched it, check out the previous show. You'll get a kick out of it. Kelly, what? Off the topic question completely.
Okay, cool.
What would you do for a Klondike bar?
I think I would do anything for a Klondike bar because I don't think that a chocolate covered vanilla ice cream is anything worth like writing home about. I would much rather have like, what are those ice cream tacos?
Choco taco?
Tacos? You know what I'm saying? Like
from Taco Bell? The Choco Taco.
Choco Tacos, Klondike Bar. Choco Taco, I would do something. I don't really know what that is because, I don't have to do anything. We have an ice cream man that comes up every night, and my kids con me into buying them ice cream every night. So I don't have to do much. Spend $4 on a freaking ice cream I can get at the store in a box.
Yeah, for 12 of them, right?
For 12 of them. Look, Christine Gittman is all Choco Tacos rule. Who knows?
Wow. Choco
Klondike
Taco is
bar.
like the best, most engaging moment of all of our shows so far. I'll have to make a note about that and see if they'll sponsor.
They wouldn't after they heard my response.
Klondike bars is definitely out. They're not. They're
Oh, Choco Tacos. Yeah, they want in. They're like, hey, that was a good ad.
So I was thinking the other day
sponsored
about the bot thing, and if you were a superhero, would we call you bot girl, bot woman? And if that were the case, what would your sidekick's name be?
Let me think here.
We asked the tough questions.
I was promised we wouldn't talk about bots, but whatevs. Okay, so I'm obviously bot woman. And I would say that Auto Boy is probably my sidekick. I would actually call him Auto Boy for short. It would actually be like Auto Correct Boy because he's the one who's correcting my spelling.
Okay.
Power that's needed in my life, really.
Just call him
Very
AC
nice.
for short.
AC boy.
I blame autocorrect every time I misspell something. That's like I say autocorrect.
It's an easy win to say it's autocorrect's fault, right? Because people totally buy it. It's
Yeah.
not. It's my fault, but
If we ever get Molly Mahoney on here, she has some autocorrect stories from things I accidentally sent.
oh my.
Yeah, the Molly and the molesters. I think she
Malsters?
monsters.
This just got R-rated.
She got I think that was an autocorrect one that once I wrote to her something about. Anyways, speaking about sidekicks, I know your husband works for. He's like a rocket ship. He works for. He builds rocket ships, right? Spaceships.
Yeah.
He's like the coolest guy ever. Like he actually builds spaceships, and he's got right, and he is cool. And he works for the Richard Branson company, right?
He does. He works for the spaceship company, which is owned by Virgin Galactic.
So what does he actually? What when you say he builds spaceships, what actually does he do? Does he like design them? Does he build them?
Literally in the spaceship building it. He's actually in charge of the team who literally gets in and does the wiring and the sealing and stuff. So he's got like a team of 20 guys that he oversees and builds spaceships.
I once got busted for actually impersonating Richard Branson. So we were at a trade show and we had this. We were at the booth and we had a guy we had a team set up as Richard Branson. They had a costume, and we said that if whoever gives us their business card, enters the raffle, Richard Branson would come in the last day of the show and actually hand over the prize. And Richard Branson's personal assistant actually stopped by our booth and took a look at it and said, "Did Richard approve this?" And we're like, maybe. So
I have actually met Richard Branson.
You did?
Yeah, fun fact. Okay, so I have two kids. For those of you who don't know, I have two kids. One is 7 and one is 4. And about 4 years ago and some months, maybe she was born in February. This was like a month before, not even a month, maybe 2 weeks before she was born. I was supposed to meet Richard Branson. Now you have to understand, my husband works in the Mojave and I live in Santa Clarita. This is an hour away. And the Mojave is like literally the middle of the desert. And he was in the Mojave. And I kept telling my husband, as soon as he comes out, let me know. I want to go meet him. You got to introduce me. And so finally he was coming. And my husband's like, so Richard is coming today? And I was all, obviously I can't go. I'm literally about to pop out a baby any day. And wouldn't that be fun if Richard Branson caught the baby? So that was a no-go. And so after my daughter was born, they were doing, when they do the test launches, they let the families come out and watch. So we were out doing one of the first rocketed flights, and he was there. He's always there for the big ones, right? And I have always wanted to meet Richard Branson. The funny story is that my husband could care less who Richard Branson is before he started working for this company. And I have been obsessed, you know, since I've been in business, like 14 years, I'm like, love him. Right. And I'm like freaking out. I'm going to meet Richard Branson. My husband is like, yeah, go meet him, whatever. So he's standing over there, and I go and I have my daughter with me, my older daughter, and she wants to meet him too, because why not? And I am like, let me throw up all over you, but not like vomit, like word vomit. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so in love with him. It's just, I can't believe I'm meeting him. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, shut up, Kelly. And I think you could sense my overexcitement. So he looks at my little girl and he goes, is this your daughter? And I take a deep breath and I'm like, yes. And he like fist bumps my daughter and he's like, what's up? And he's like talking to my kid. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, get yourself together, woman. So I asked him for a selfie, and we have a picture together where I'm like flustered as hell. And he's just like the coolest guy, saves the day before I continue to word vomit all over him.
Word vomit. I think that'll be our hashtag.
I do not get excited about celebrity. Like, I've been around celebrities before where I'm just like, man, okay, cool. People are like, autograph. And I'm like, I'm just going to let them have their breakfast, or, you know, like, they're just people. But then Richard Branson is standing there and I'm freaking out.
Wow.
It's a fun story.
Well, we are going to actually go into a little bit here.
A bit?
I want to go on record. We never promised we wouldn't mention bots.
Oh, fine.
But we're not going to get crazy with it. So I we can promise you that part at least.
I will have my assistant take all bot questions.
That's fair enough. Time to chill with the guru.
Hey, oh gosh, that's a dirty word. I can't believe you guys are calling people the gurus.
We did, that's why we did it. I was like, they hate it. Let's use it.
I feel like my head needs to be bigger to fit this hat.
Your head's big enough, Kelly.
Carry on with this guru nonsense.
Yes, there we go. Let's carry on. So, this segment is a more professional segment. So we wanted to ask you some questions that are a bit offbeat, but in the realm of your expertise. So what is, for example, the favorite bot? People, bots are bots, right? And they're not humans. Can we say, do you have a bot that you love? A bot that you love interacting with? Like, excited. I like this bot.
No, I think most bots suck. Honestly, like, I would say if I had to choose a bot that wasn't my own, I would say Amanda Robinson's Valentine's bot that she puts out every year is probably my favorite bot. It's the only bot out there that I've actually been excited to go through because it is hecka fun. It is a fun bot. It makes me happy. I don't even celebrate Valentine's Day. Shout out to Amanda Robinson.
Also, maybe she'll actually watch though.
But if she watches, someone tag Amanda. She'll watch if we tag her, right?
Right.
Because we talked about her. She's my Canadian counterpart. Yeah, she and I actually used to have a wacky show together, too.
That's true. And I remember,
Wait, are you calling the
first
show
time
wacky?
you guys spoke together in Denver.
Did we smoke together? I didn't smoke anything with them. I smoked with other people, but not Amanda.
Well, bucket list.
This was the professional version. It's legal here, so whatever. Let's carry on.
Exactly. Hey, so as far as bots, like let's get futuristic. 5+ whatever years down the road.
Okay.
What are some of the crazy things that you think you'll see them doing?
Well, I mean, we're already seeing what the future is with bots in terms of like some crazy stuff. Google actually last year showcased their AI, their artificial intelligence bot, which actually could go and like call and make a reservation for you. Let's say at a restaurant, you say that it says, "Hey, can you make me a reservation for 5 people at 5 o'clock?" And the restaurant says, "Yeah, we're booked. What other time?" And then the bot would be like, "Oh, how about 6 or 6:30 or whatever?" And they would book it. And the person on the other end would never ever think that that was a bot. It sounded like a human. It was all artificial intelligence, 100%. And it actually prompted California to create their rule that you have to let people know that they were speaking to a bot. But I do think that we're going to see a higher adaption and obviously much more smart AI. Right now, they're stupid. Everything's stupid in terms of chatbots. But in the future, it'll be like so smart.
So instead of just me engaging with a bot, I engage with a bot who then engages on behalf of me.
It's like it's like literally the technology I need in my life right now. I need someone to like take care of all of the things, and I can just do what I love. That's what the bots will do. We will have personal assistant bots, essentially. Like not just I have to unplug it really quick, not just our Google, because she will freak out on me if I didn't, or our Alexas. Watch, everyone's gonna be like, "Damn it, Kelly, why'd you say that? She's in the background yelling at me." It won't be like that. It'll be like legit. I'm going to be like, "Hey, Stacy, go, order some groceries. You know what I need." And she's going to handle it.
Love it.
Stacy being my bot.
Sure, of course.
Okay. So how about some regret? You're like pretty awesome. Yeah, regret. Let's talk about regrets. Usually you're like giving, like everybody knows you give amazing advice. Like your videos are always like on, like right to the point. Here's how to do stuff. What advice have you ever given to your in the social media sphere that you regret?
I don't regret anything.
Oh, come on.
No, I'm dead serious. I do not believe in regret. I have learned lessons maybe, but in terms of my advice, I feel like I give incredibly stellar advice. Now, that might sound very big-headed, and maybe I come off that way. I don't really care. I have to be big-headed to fit this hat. But no, I actually don't believe that I've given bad advice ever. I usually tell people the right things. I tell you to roll with things. I tell you to test. In our industry, you can't be living in definites, you can't, nothing is concrete. And I've never given anything. Even when I talk about chatbots, I'm always telling people, like, don't put all your eggs in that basket. And I definitely believe that my advice has been consistent throughout my entire career. I've always told people to, try to stay above the trend, try new things, but also diversify. And it's not all always the end and doom and gloom and, whatever. So no, I don't regret anything. I think I give excellent advice always and forever.
That answer doesn't surprise me. But how about this? I know you've built a lot of bots.
Yes.
But if you could build a bot for any one person or brand, who would it be?
Oh,
Richard Branson, maybe?
No.
Give her, help with her question.
I would love to do a bot for Cirque du Soleil. I've always wanted to work for Cirque du Soleil, even since I was in college. This was my dream job. Unfortunately, Cirque du Soleil just went into bankruptcy. So sad. But I just think a really creative, Cirque du Soleil to me is the most creative company, and they're just very forward thinking and theatrical. And I think it'd be fun to do something with someone like that who's really focused on kind of being out there and being different. Mm-hmm. I would love to work with pretty much anyone who's willing to just have fun with it and try something that maybe takes them a little bit out of their comfort zone. Let's bring a lot of personality and be sassy. And that's very much who I am as a person. So it would reflect well. I know, it's so surprising. It's not like I'm super transparent here, people.
There are revelations happening here.
I shouldn't be saying anything that surprises my friends here. My friends are like, "This is so Kelly," because I'm super authentic. And
yeah, there was. I never thought there was going to be kind of shock and awe moments in this particular episode. So
I'm pretty much who I am.
It's funny you didn't ask, but usually one of the things we do get asked is what subpellucid means, and actually pellucid means transparent.
I like that,
because we all say that, but subpellucid means not quite,
kind of murky.
Yeah, which I think is really what most of us really are.
You're like, it's clear enough to see the bottom, but you wouldn't drink that water.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. That's a perfect definition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I try to be as like crystal
That's
clear me, and like I don't like I know I'm not for everyone, and I really don't care.
You have a T-shirt that says it. Right? Don't you have a shirt that says I'm not for everyone?
I have 2 shirts that say I'm not for everyone. I should have worn it.
I
But right now I'm feeling the mama.
Oh my gosh. Hilarious. Daniel, you got one more question for her?
Well, I think we have enough
I've
of this.
thrown him
I
off.
think-
He's like,
I
this
think we
is
should-
not what I expected.
Yeah.
We had to run a show planned, and you're not following it, Kelly.
I'm sorry. You knew what you were getting into, Chad.
You knew what I was. All right. Just kidding.
Just kidding.
Just kidding.
We're going to
Yeah,
take a
we-
brief intermission, folks.
Yeah. Just because we can. And it's just
And we feel
something
like
that
most of you probably need it.
I am 100% sober, George DeManis.
Wow. Like George DeManis knows what sober looks like.
ouch.
Ah, burn. I don't start drinking until my husband gets here because someone's got to watch these kids, right? I don't need anyone burning down a house. Serious.
Wow.
Was that the
Quick, hide
intermission?
quick, hide the stuff, hide the goods. We're back on the air.
All right. This is my favorite segment of the show.
Dun,
Now, if you
dun,
hear in the
dun.
background, my dog is going nuts because somebody apparently is delivering something to the door.
Oh,
So we'll
cool.
just ignore that. But
I
this
hear
is-
nothing.
Well, that's okay. This is the segment where we try to dig into your past, try to find some dirt,
Ooh.
but mostly just things to ask you about. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull up a couple of images and different things here and there, and we just want you to explain what is going on.
I am so excited about this. Oh, I love this. Is like my favorite GIF. This was at Social Media Week Lima, and we were playing. What was that game we were playing? It was like a game. I don't remember.
Like meme thing.
Yeah, we were like, yeah, that's it. Meme. It's the meme game, and they had teams, and I was laughing. I was just full of so much joy of being around these people that I just like love, and I get them and they get me, and I just love being around my people. And I was full of so much joy that I was laugh crying, like legit tears coming down my face. I was laughing, and of course Chad is always nearby to capture the moment. And so I actually love gifts like this because it like totally was such a good memory. And actually that's Bella Vasta sitting next to me.
Yep.
I remember that whole table event. I don't remember all the events of that trip, but thank you for capturing this moment because it was a special moment.
And you bet. People ask me a lot of times, they're like, why do you always have the camera? Why are you always shooting stuff? What story are you trying to catch? And it's like, I don't know. I'll find out later. But there's moments like that. Like you said, that little GIF, sure, we can use it for ha 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 or whatever, but there's a memory,
It was one of my favorite memories of that trip. I was like legitimately joy crying at that point.
She was. I mean, it was hilarious.
We always talk about that.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I am so happy you're finding these fun photos of me. So, because I'm quirky, I am addicted to Facebook, I would always take pictures. This is like way back. I've been on Facebook forever, you guys. This is actually when I was pregnant with my now 7-year-old. So I was literally
This was like a side effect?
No, so it was Halloween time. Obviously, this is like Halloween time. And I would always take my pictures this year. Like there was an app, I can't remember the app, and I would change it for that event. So this was the Halloween picture and it would become my profile photo. And then for Christmas, I think you can maybe dig up a Christmas one where I'm like Christmased out. But this one, actually, I just love the effect of green skin and stuff. So yeah,
Okay.
That's it. That's about it. This is one of my favorite photos that George DeManis took at Social Media Marketing World. We had probably been in thousands of photos at this point for our photo shoot. And I just was making faces. I make a lot of faces. You can ask George this. I make a lot of faces in my photo shoots. And this is actually one of them that he caught. And I think it's great. I actually have this as my cover image on Facebook, and he's not super fond of it. He was like, I sent it to you for a laugh. I didn't think you'd use it. George DeManis took that picture, you guys. You should hire him.
Oh, he does a great job.
We've all hired him at some point. Oh, I love this one.
Oh, this is actually a really good story. So when I turned 38, this was last year, I had not had a tattoo in a real, like I have a tattoo when I was 18 and it's fully hidden. You'd have to know where it is to find it. It's not in a bad place. It's just, you can't see it. And when I became an entrepreneur 10 years ago, I was like really conscious of getting tattoos or anything that would, change the professional perception of who I was, because you just never know. And we're always taught like you have to be something for your clients. And this was kind of at a point in my career and in my life where I was like, you know what, this is kind of where that whole I'm not for everyone thing finally set in. And I really had the confidence to say, this is something I want. So this is only like a third of the tattoo. It actually wraps around my entire back. And I could probably like give you, it's still being done, but there's more outlines there. It's like massive and it still needs to be done. I actually have to wait until March. That's my appointment to get it finished. But
wow.
The point of the tattoo is this idea of like, I am in full bloom, I am in full confidence, and I want to get something that is like in your face, because I don't care if you don't want to work with me because of this thing. This is who I am. And it was just a really like good moment to, this tattoo was about me like stepping into my own, finally, after 10 years of entrepreneurship and saying, this is my life, my terms.
Love it. Yeah. Now this next one, I know, but it's fun, and I thought it'd be just fun for you to explain.
Okay. Okay, now this is fun. Obviously, Chad was a part of this one. I'm sure most people who watch your show know that you show up at airports and train stations.
Yes, both of our viewers are aware.
Both of them, all 10. But I have been, like, literally everyone will joke and tell Chad, like, oh, I'm never going to tell you where to pick me up. And for years, I've always told him, like, I will be here at this time. Where are you? Pick me up. I wanted this so bad for so long. And he had told me that he wouldn't be able to pick me up because him and Lainey had something to do. And so Mary came to pick me up at the train station, and he actually came. And as soon as I saw him, I was like, yeah! I was so pumped up. And obviously I have the baby got bought as like an 80s persona. So he showed up in this 80s like get up, and it was a highlight of my life, really. I've been begging.
My inflatable boombox.
2 people ever maybe that have actually begged you to come and embarrass them. I was, of course, not embarrassed. I thought it was thrilling.
It was super fun. It was super fun.
It's the talk of the town. It was, I think, last year. When was the last time we had social media marketing? Where it was like
in March,
a year ago. It was this March this year. It feels like like a decade.
It was
ago.
The last time we saw humans.
It was the last conference in the United States, possibly, and we and everybody was asking, when is Chad going to show up in the airport, because I want to buy my flight to land at that time. I want to be there when he shows up. So it was a big thing.
We'll bring it back for sure. Bring it back for sure.
There we go. That's a promise. That's a promise right there.
This was my best friend's wedding. She had a pinup themed wedding, and I was the bride. I was the maid of honor, and so we had my hair all done up, and I was like looking sassy. I was also little. I mean, that seems like a really boring story, but here's a fun story. I was pregnant at the time. I was 4 months pregnant, and nobody knew. My husband knew, but nobody knew. Like, we didn't tell anybody I was pregnant for 7 months.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I had to think. I was like, what am I doing here? This was in San Diego for the conference for Social Media Marketing World. The last 2 years, I've done a tour, a beer tour. And this was the first year that we did the beer tour. And that was me drinking the beer. I was obviously pretty toasty at this point, and it was delicious.
I love it. What's going on here?
This was in Coeur d'Alene in Idaho, and with Jen Herman, another Queenie. Amanda and Jen and I had kind of skipped out early from the conference and decided to explore the beautiful town of Coeur d'Alene, which it was beautiful. And this was a candy store, and we obviously really liked that candy dispenser.
It appears Jen may have liked it more, but
I just wanted a hug.
all right. We got just a couple more here.
Yeah, this is fun. Obviously I don't hear evil. So that's what's going on here. This was actually at, what is that place called?
Lucha Libre. Lucha
Libre, which was the dinner that you organized 2 years in a row now. And yep. I got to go not this year, but the year before. And that was us taking pictures, because we're social media people. We have to get pictures of everything, right?
That's we got tons of them. That's yep. Jessica Phillips and my wife.
Jessica and Lainey. Yep. This was a meal that I organized. So I actually like to organize little private dinners too. And I don't know if you guys know this, but I have eaten pizza every year or every Friday for 12 years. Every Friday.
Wow.
Every Friday. I am like a connoisseur of pizza. My husband and I, ever since we started dating, this was our thing. And we go down to San Diego every September, every weekend. My dad's actually down there right now. He rents a place. And so we go down there, and everywhere we go, we try to find the best pizza. And we found this joint. My husband actually went with Lowell Brown. This is kind of a super, I bet you didn't think you were going to get this random story.
Wow.
So a social media marketing world, I want to say 2 years ago, I convinced my husband to come down after the conference and hang out. It was like the last year they had the weekend after, when everyone hung out after, you know? And I had to go to a Maury Smith event. And so my husband went golfing with Lowell Brown, and they ended up getting paired up with this guy that owned a pizza joint, or his friend owned a pizza joint, and it was this place. And so it ended up being the best freaking pizza we've had in California. It's a New York style pizza. My husband is a New Yorker, so we are big on New York style pizza. And this was actually a meal that I planned, and we went at 20 minutes out of the way. I invited Chad and a couple of other people, and everyone's like, this better be good. We're going so far away. And it was
incredible.
It was very good. So that's me with our giant New York style pizza, which was delicious.
Last one.
Wait, I have a question. Okay, do this.
Go ahead, question. Go ahead.
Since you're a pizza connoisseur, is Hawaiian pizza technically a pizza?
It is a pizza, and it's delicious. And I don't care what anybody says.
I was just okay. We'll move on, because otherwise it's gonna get pretty nasty.
It will get nasty. That's my honey. That was my honey. This is me and my husband. I literally, every time we dress up, I force him to take pictures. So I set up my camera, and I made him take probably 100 different photos until I decided I liked one. And this was us on our balcony. This was that San Diego trip. We're on our balcony at the Marriott Marquis, and that we're about to go out on date night, which we didn't get to do very often. My mother-in-law actually stayed back with my kids. So we had the whole weekend to ourselves, and we were looking fine and sassy, and we went out, and of course I had to take pictures. So.
Oh, fun.
There you go.
Super fun. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little trip down memory lane.
That was fun. That's probably my favorite part of the show.
Well, now we're going to play a quick game and make it hard on you.
Yeah, let's go for the next game. Okay, yeah, this is something we call...
Oops.
Are you doing your hair while on live? Well, that's kind of cool. I like it.
I'm sorry, it's hot in my office. You got
and she's off.
You offended her, and she quit.
I had to open the door. It's like the lights are on, and anyways, it's like 90 degrees outside, 100 in my office. Go on, carry on this game.
Oddly enough, this is not the first guest that has left in the middle of the show. We must be doing things really right here. Okay, this segment is called 30-Second Marketing Genius, okay, in which you get 30 seconds to put together a marketing plan for something that we will throw at you. Now,
okay.
Members of the jury, this is where you come into action. This is now your really important role here. you will need to respond with an emoji. You can pick any emoji you want to respond and decide the fate of Kelly based on her performance.
Hey,
So
before
if
you
like
do that, let me interrupt you
Yeah.
real quick. Guys, don't also forget, send in your questions for Kelly because we're about to go through and pick some of those. So make sure you're sending those in. Sorry.
Yeah. And don't just say that you have a man crush on Jeff, because that's, although that's very true, it's that just doesn't get us anywhere here. Yeah. Okay. So, are you ready?
Sure.
Okay. So, where do we go? What is our?
You're going to have 30 seconds to give us a marketing plan for what?
Give us a marketing. Yeah. Okay. So, we want you to create a marketing plan for the following product: short for ranchers.
I'm sorry, shorts.
For ranchers. Yep.
Yeah, I'm supposed to come up with a marketing strategy or a commercial. What are you doing?
Either.
Tell us how you would market shorts for ranchers.
Okay.
And when you're ready, we're going to start the timer.
You could come here.
Ah.
Okay, I'm ready.
All righty.
So the thing is not all ranchers are tall. So we're gonna market it for the short dudes and the short dudettes who need shorts that fit them and their lifestyle. Even you can have shorts that fit your legs. That's where the shorts of the range come in. There you go.
I love how you made it about their height.
Yeah.
Why not?
Well,
I
then.
think judging.
He does have blue hair.
That was a good one. Yes. And we have some responses coming in here. But what does your daughter think about your idea? Let's ask her.
Do you like short shorts? No. Do you think short people deserve to wear shorts too? Yeah. Short. She says she wears shorts, and she's short.
There you go.
There you go. So
I think you nailed it.
She's 4 years old. She just wants you to know.
we could just sit here and stare at her all day and just kind of think,
the
oh,
cutest
it's so
thing ever.
cute.
Right? Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Well done.
Well done. Yes, indeed. I think we have.
Is that it? The only product you
we-
had? Short for ranchers? Okay.
We thought we threw you off, but apparently we didn't.
We didn't. We thought you had like a little bit of a, like there was a bit of a ranch kind of theme going on here, and we kind of came up with shorts for ranchers because we thought we'd throw you off a bit, but you aced it. So, what is the audience verdict? Chad, are you
based on the emoji responses, they have awarded you the prized emoji of the field hockey stick.
Oh, fun. Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Why is that?
I played field hockey for a really long time.
That's crazy.
I went to Cal Cup. That's like a international hockey tournament.
Wow.
I was center forward. I was the top scorer of my team. Yeah.
Wow. Talk about inspired.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I was like the top forward in my team. I'm like,
No big deal.
no big deal.
Crazy.
Just kind of just another thing I do.
Questions from the jury, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we've got a few questions here. Let's see. We've got a question from Bella. Our good friend Bella's with us.
That question.
It's probably like, why did you agree to do this?
Well, I think that's. I think there's no good answer to that. Bella's question is, who is your favorite Queenie? Let's see you wrestle with that now.
Me? I am my favorite Queenie. Thank you. Next question.
Not surprising.
I'm not going to answer a question like that. Are you kidding me?
We're just so you know, we use Restream, so I don't know if all the comments show up under every single stream that's being done, but I know on mine there's 87 comments.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a bunch here, but I'm just trying to. There's a lot of just cross banter going on there, and I'm trying to just figure out what are the questions in all this. Okay, Julie is commenting on the pizza she just had. Like, where are the questions if you hear?
People are so into this, they're having their own conversations.
They're having their own conversation.
Do you want me to
Okay,
get questions? I see questions.
Yeah. What?
Do you need another producer on the show?
Oh gosh, no, not another one.
I can start reading them.
You could start. What question do you see there?
Well, they're supposed to be for you, not us.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Short shorts. That's funny. Why did you? George Jimenez wants to know why I agree to do this. Because George, I like to do things just for fun sometimes. Lisa Noble Kennedy would like to know how homeschooling is going. I believe we've already touched on this today, Lisa, but homeschooling is actually going really well. I actually really like homeschooling. I don't know why it took so long. And for those of you who are like freaking stressed out from distance learning, I highly recommend homeschooling.
I think at this point we've established that anything you ask Kelly Noble Mirabella, she would say, "Oh, I'm just the best at it. It's great. No sweat at all."
That is not exactly true, but I try to keep a confident front, You need to believe in yourself, people. If you're sitting around going, it sucks, and blah, 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 I suck at this. Hey,
Bella wants to know if you'll move to Arizona.
No, man. I had plans to, and then I realized it gets to be like the temperature of freaking Hades out there in the summer. And nope.
Oh, I believe that's a rhetorical question.
It's hot out there.
Yeah.
Oh my God. All right. Well, this is what my takeaway is, that your content that you create is so informative and so incredible.
Oh, thanks.
That people have already learned so much they don't even have questions.
That must be it. Nobody wants to know about the real Kelly. They just want to use me for my marketing know-how.
Okay, George has a good question here. Kelly, what advice would you give Lainey?
I'm sorry, go on.
What advice would you give Lainey Illa-Petersen?
What advice would I give Lainey?
Lainey, yeah.
About what?
I don't.
It's George, so it's obviously some kind of jab at me.
My advice to Lainey is to make that banana cake recipe I sent you. It is delicious.
There you go.
That explains the banana emoji that Lisa Noble Kennedy.
Actually, the banana emoji, fun fact, is because I say that's bananas all the time. And I actually have 2 shirts that say it too.
That's bananas.
That's bananas.
My
title is basically taking my giant, I usually sit on a ball, and she is currently going to town on it right now. So that's that banging sound that you hear.
I love it. This show is all about just
it's
banging,
authentic.
Banging, never mind.
Banging, it's all about bang. Oh gosh.
My thoughts thought ahead before my words came out, and a lot of times that does not happen.
See, now Julie wants the banana cake recipe. It's delicious. It has cream cheese frosting. I also have to be not only good at marketing, but I also am very good in the kitchen. Hey.
Well, there you go. Folks, you thought you'd come here and there wouldn't be a takeaway, but there is a takeaway, and possibly it's the cake recipe.
It's the cake recipe. That's my giveaway today. That's my freebie.
You just need to send her your email address and
a $20 check.
Yeah. It's free, so I won't charge you for the recipe, but I am going to charge you for the frosting recipe, and that's $1,000. So,
everybody, if you want the recipe, comment banana, and we don't have a bot. Nothing will happen, but we'll have an engagement on our show.
Dad will go back and individually answer each one of you, because that's what you have to do when you don't use a chatbot on your Facebook Lives.
Ouch. Well, since we're back to the bots thing, let's slide over. I know you're all alone.
I have a kid here. I'm not that lonely, but go ahead.
So this is a little segment we call the 60-second elevator pitch.
Okay, 60 seconds elevator pitch. Go.
So the elevator is going to open. You will get in, if you will. It'll close, and then it's going to go to the 60th floor. You'll see it start to go up, and that's your time to say whatever you want, promote whatever you want. It's your time, your elevator pitch. So let's...
You actually ask people to promote themselves in your show? This is fun. Okay.
Here we go. Go.
Oh, hey there, 12 people who are watching. My name's Kelly, and I really don't want to work with you after all the weird stuff that you just learned about me. Probably scared you a little bit, right? It's fine. But I'd like to tell you, I hope that you have just a great day. You're awesome. I want you to know that. I love you. I think that you're a cool human, and keep your chin up because things are looking out. It can't be 2020 forever, right? Hey, it's been fun riding this elevator with you, but it's getting kind of hot in here, and I think we're nearing the end. So thanks for playing along with me, and thanks for listening to me jabber at you for 60 seconds. It seems way too long to talk. But yeah, and I do have that banana recipe for you. Obviously, I'll send it. Yeah. All right.
Is it crazy how long 60 seconds feels?
Way too long. And anyone who tells you that you need a 60-second pitch, it's too long. 30 seconds is too long too, by the way.
Yeah.
I remember my days back in BNI where it was a big struggle to get it down into 60 seconds. It was a huge deal back way back when BNI was was a thing. And
yeah. I never got into the 60-second pitch. I've always taught my clients to get it under 30 seconds. I don't think that you should ever talk that long at someone.
That should be the quote. Should never talk that long at someone.
We're supposed to be talking with people. No one wants to buy. This is literally a mistake. You go networking, right? And someone's in your face and they're just talking at you. And they're expecting you to buy from them, and you're going to sit there and pitch them. I've seen it so many times. They're shoving business cards in your face, and I'm just sitting back, that's hilarious. That's never ever working for you. Good job with that. So no, I've never been a big fan of the traditional commercial.
There you go.
Has anybody ever actually given an elevator pitch in an elevator? I wonder.
I try to avoid talking to strangers in elevators. I don't know. Here's a fun fact. If you guys want to end with something that nobody really knows about me, I am actually an introvert and I have social anxiety. So I don't like talking to strangers.
Yeah, I like the small group things. So.
Yeah, me too.
Daniel, Kelly, you got anything else before we wrap this up?
I was about to wrap it up.
I'm hungry now.
Go for it.
Make
pizza. Pizza, banana cake would be good. Yeah. Well, thank you, Kelly, so much for playing along so nicely with us, and thank you everybody else who was willing to. I love that. Who was willing to spend your time with us in this nice Tuesday evening instead of doing it with your family or whoever, or with a piece of cake. So join us next week, same place, same time, if we manage to find somebody else to torture along with us, and hopefully there are enough people out there that haven't seen the show who will be willing to be guests on it. So I think without further ado, it is time to say goodbye and roll into our rolling credits.
Bye, little one. Kelly, thanks for being here. All right. Let's thank our sponsors.
Adios. Oh, so cute. Okay, we're off air. Good. That was something. Kelly,
when I'm done.
Where did you grow up? It was Cheyenne Mountain, right?
That's where I went to high school. I grew up in all over the dang place. I grew up in a town called Cool, California. And then I went to high school in Colorado Springs, and I grew up mostly in Colorado Springs after high school.
Are you guys watching the credits? I really liked my Snapchat ad training.
The tool that lets you bring to places you never heard of. Stir mix a lot, you get this messages. Andrew,
Well,
the apostle's not even close.
I really like how we set up the bot to kind of create all those fake viewers. That was so smart, Kelly. That was really good. And then,
for massage.
wait, we're off air, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the show's over. Show's
over.
over.
We should be off air.
Actually, you know what? I did it again.
Oh,
What, get this on there? And again, we revealed our secrets?
The mic was still on.
Oh man, all those people are gonna know my secret recipe.
Oh well. And there's a sticker over my face. Okay, guys, this is how we end the show professionally. Thanks for being here. We'll see you soon.